I think he's a natural punch. He's natural and he's gifted. I see a lot from Najee as he gets better. I'm riding with him. But let me ask you one more. I'll let you talk about this. Okay. What do you think about Berlanga next year? What are your hopes for him?
Man, I did a whole video on that, man, and
I got to check it out. Okay.
I'm like this, man, and a lot of people may think that I'm hating on him. I'm not, man. I'm not. I'm just a real critical person when it comes to our fighters, man, and you should be, because if they're not being told the truth, how are they going to fix their flaws? That's true. Edgar Berlanga was a guy that I seen in the amateurs as a kid boxing, and this is what people don't know. He was a boxer. He wasn't knocking nobody out.
I hear the same things because I know people that like were with him in the amateurs.
And so I see, by the way, his trainer back then when he was boxing was the same trainer that's training the Valle brothers. Just a side note. But anyway.
Okay. Thank you.
Fun fact.
No, I'm checking it. Keep my eye on that, man. Thank you.
Berlanga shouldn't have never left him. But he got into the pros, started knocking people out. And to me, he got enamored with it and just forgot how to box. And now his last fight, I wasn't that critical. So I was like, damn, it looked ugly, but at least he was trying to box.
Yeah.
He was trying to work behind that jab. So I felt like he forced it, but I'm glad that he's trying to go back to that, because now that you got that kind of power, why not work behind the jab? Why not take your time? Why not be patient? Box a little bit, let the opponent get frustrated, then come over with that power shot. It would look a lot nicer.
Yeah. Gotta set everything up. Otherwise, the opponent's just timing you, and you get hit with some shit you don't want to get hit with, and that's it.
And I just hope he could do that. But if he doesn't do that, it's not gonna last long. I mean,
yeah,
it is.
You don't think like any him changing routes or any other coach might help him besides who he's with?
He needs to go back to Mark, man, down here in Tampa, man. That's who he needs to go back with, man.
Yeah, that was the best guy he had.
That's the best guy. He the one who had him boxing so beautifully, man. Like, it's night and day. If you could, man, I don't even know there's footage of him in the amateur, like a lot of it. But man, that dude boxed beautifully, bro. And you would by looking at him now.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, man, because like when he was on the knockout streak, it's kind of like who was that one guy? There was a dude from Philadelphia. I remember had a long knockout streak, and then he didn't really do anything. Tyrone Brunson, like remember Tyrone Brunson when he was knocking everybody out? And then once he stepped up, he didn't really have any tools. So it's kind of like I look at Edgar in a way like a little bit like a Tyrone Brunson type fighter, like where he went on a long knockout streak and then he didn't really add. He didn't try to.
Well, I think
he didn't improve.
I think he just finished his suspension or whatever it was that he got. So now he's coming back to fight again.
He's done with his suspension and stuff. I talked to some of his people that he grew up with and stuff like that, man. I'm really close to the people, man, and They did. Matter of fact, that last video I uploaded of Berlanga, they was like, "Man, you're right, bro."
I check it out. I'm gonna check it out.
You're right, bro. Like, I mean, when you know, man. It's like so much get twisted on the internet, though. Like, so much gets twisted because people will take little clips and say he said this, and then forget to show them what else went behind it, man. Like, there was substance, there was meat to it,
Right.
Like, it's not attacking anybody directly. I don't like to attack fighters for what.
Let me ask you another question, Cano. So what do you think about Matias versus Prograis if that fight ever happened?
And I'm going with Matias all day. Wait on that, man.
Yeah, because my son said Prograis was calling him out, calling everybody out. And he wanted to have a fight, but he never.
Before Regis won the belt, I remember he was saying nobody wanted to fight him, and I think I probably seen it in your channel. Yeah, Subriel Matias is screaming from the mountaintop to fight this guy, and he's acting like he don't exist.
Correct. And notice how he won the title. He never mentioned Matias.
No, I know. Yeah, see if anybody.
And I've been telling him that if Matias is gonna get any big fights in this weight class, he gotta get that belt. That's the only chance he got to get big fights.
He's fighting Jeremiah Ponce, man. For the IBF.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good fight.
That's the best thing that could have happened for Subriel, man. That way, they, if they want to unify, become undisputed, they're gonna have to see him. I think it's gonna be an explosive fight. Though, don't get me wrong. I don't think over Prograis. It's gonna be a dogfight. I just see it as a dogfight, but I'm gonna go with Subriel Matias.
Yeah.
Boxing Gems, what's good, champ? Is Boxing Gems? You there? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what I was gonna ask you, another question I want to ask you. I got a lot of questions for you because I know to talk to you. What do you think about Teal's comeback? Teofimo. You think he's done mentally? Or what do you think?
90% of it is mental, and his mental ain't there. Then I just don't see it for him, especially at 140, man.
Yeah, I think
man, 140, man. I don't. Like, who's he gonna win a title from? There. Think about it. I don't think he beats Regis. I don't think he beats Subriel. Mm-hmm. I just don't think he beats the big guys there, man. I don't see it, man. Like, I don't knock him trying, but he's not there mentally, man. And when you got to sit there and ask the question at the end of the fight, man, do I still got it? That lets me know.
Boy, he's funny. He's saying that was all on purpose. I don't believe him. I think he's just trying to make a light of it now. But no, he's not there. He's not there, and he's not really improving as a fighter. And if you're not improving as a fighter, you're regressing. You're not getting better.
I just didn't like what I saw in there, man. Whether you thought he won, lost, or draw, it doesn't even matter, man. He was throwing the same punches the whole fight. I'm like, bro, you fight these champions, they're gonna dissect that, man. Yeah. They're gonna, bro.
Yeah.
Sandori, Martin even said it himself. He said he fight Regis, he's gonna get killed.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to go back to the drawing board. He's definitely gonna have to get his mental. He's got to get his mental back. He don't get his mental back. It's just that simple. He's not gonna. Who am I gonna go with tomorrow?
Yeah, he keeps asking this question for the World Cup. I think he's asking about the World Cup.
Oh, World Cup. Oh, I don't watch soccer, so
it's Johnny. Argentina's gonna win, I think. But
I watch soccer, man. But so I'm sorry I couldn't answer that question.
yeah, for sure.
Hey, Cano, if you had to pick, let's say, one Puerto Rican breakout fighter that maybe is not on people's radar, who would you say that is gonna? Who do you think that would be in 2023?
Man, I'm gonna go with Omar Rosario, man.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Omar Rosario. I just like his boxing skills, man. Pittsburgh Big Dog came through, man.
There you go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think Omar Rosario, man, he just boxed so beautifully, and I think he's got the right people around him. He grew up with, ever since he was a little kid, he was walking out to the ring with Miguel Cotto and all that. So he grew up with Miguel Cotto his whole life, man. It's like he's just got the right people around him, and they're gonna move him right, man. I just think, man, that's the breakout fighter that nobody really talks about. They keep talking about that, they're concerned about his power and all that. And I'm like, bro, a lot of these greats, man, they didn't knock people out all the time, bro.
No.
Like power is great, but not, if you can do everything else great, you can make up for a lack of power. You don't always have to have power to be a great fighter.